Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Raddy RF919. This is an AM/FM long-wave weather, airband, CB, VHF, UHF, single sideband, shortwave, app-controlled recording portable radio. It does everything. The current price on this thing is around $269 on Amazon. They do have a 10% off coupon if you're looking to buy this radio. Definitely check it out. I'll the paid link section down below. But during this video, I'm going to be hooking this bad boy radio to the awesome C.Crane Twin Coil antenna system. So it's going to be great. It really needs external antennas, and that's where this radio shines. Definitely an experimenter's radio. Have a lot of fun. Alright, so cool. We're going to go over features. We'll do a size comparison, and then we'll start cruising the daytime band with the twin coil attached. Yeah. So here we have it lit up. Nice. So you can have the main screen on, secondary screen on, and the key lighting all the time if you'd like, and that's how I have it set up at the moment. We have our large screen, of course, showing our perpetual calendar and current time, which is 12:22 Central Daylight Time. It's PM, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, at 5 hours for UTC. Over here we have our secondary screen, which usually shows the audio level, and we have signal noise, signal strength, and we also have the local time there. We can change that with the display button. The buttons down here, we have a mute button and pause play. Radio band for your basic radio bands like shortwave, long wave, medium wave. Subband category, UHF, VHF, air, CB. Bandwidth, which is really nice, we'll probably use if we have some faint stations we're trying to pull in. Selecting antennas, which we will use also. You can select from the internal ferrite, external ferrite, and the back jack, which is connected to the whip antenna or disengages, so you can hook up your twin coil or Terk Advantage Passive Loops, depending on what you're doing. Attenuation, pause play, Bluetooth function. Okay, your time set also toggles on and off the light here. Alarm set also toggles on and off the secondary screen. Display, which I mentioned, power button, sleep function, scan ATS feature, you can set your different colors, timing on different backlighting. It's really nice, and of course on different bands you're on, it also has different settings. Course tuning knob, fine tuning knob. We have a delete backspace button, preset add button, numeric keypad for directing frequencies, record button, EQ, browsing up and down, our volume controls, nice 3-inch speaker with a lot of beef to it, love it. Antenna tuner for loop stick internal and external loop sticks. Mainly just for loop sticks, it does not control the back port, which we're going to be using today. Going to the right hand side of the radio, we can see it's got a lock switch. You can lock out the rotary controls, also locks out all the buttons on the secondary setting. Auxiliary input headphone, we have a SD card slot and Type-C charging. Top of the radio, you can see the new external loop stick installed. Does an okay job, isn't a game changer. The game changer is when you're using the back jack there. We have an SMA for VHF, and of course you can turn the loop stick on and off. I'll just turn this off since I'm not going to be using it. Spot for your carry strap here. 38-inch whip antenna for awesome FM performance. Built-in handle. Let's me pick this up and spin it around. Nice. Look at the back real quick. You can see we've got an antenna tuner again. Only for loop sticks, you can select medium wave, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, depending on the style loop stick you have on top. There's the jack we're going to be using, the external antenna jack for our twin coil ferrite from C.Crane. Beautiful product, I love it. If I zoom in there, you can kind of see what's covered, the different bands. We have a twin battery bay, holds 2 flat top 18650s, giving us a total capacity of 5,000 milliamp hour. You can also upgrade that. Super bass, and of course, have a kick out stand. Nice. And yeah, let's just set this down here. This little box propping it up. So I can get my wire plugged in the back properly. Alright, let's do just a quick little size comparison. I always have a radio or two around. Here we have a CC pocket in the house. AM/FM weather alert. It's a little baby radio. There you go. It just gives you an idea how massive this radio is. It's a lot of fun. Definitely an awesome experimenter's radio. Alright, so we got that. And I usually have other radios, but I'm just going to go right to the deck of cards here. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves twin coils hooked up to his radios, man. Yeah. Iron Man. So yeah, deck of cards. You can see just how big this is. Nice. All right, so let's go ahead and hook up the twin coil. So that's going to be awesome. We got the control pad right here for tuning. Oh yeah, I got to try to fish this wire out. Hang on one sec, do this on camera. All right, so there's our tuner for twin coil, and this is going to plug into the back of the radio. So we're going to go to the back. Make sure we got that set in there. Yeah, that's why I have the box kind of prop this up since I have this laying flat. So I can see it on camera here. Nice. Now the cool thing is I don't have to move the radio at all. You know, with medium wave, you have to either spin your ferrite antenna on top or move the whole radio depending on which antenna you're picking. And since I'm using an external ferrite antenna, which is a 200 millimeter bad boy, here is the main element. There you are, almost 8 inches long, amazing, and it's powered, active, and you can actually do a run with this. It's a PS2 cable. I can go 75 feet without much loss. I think 10% loss at 75 feet, not bad. So you can mount this actually outside underneath. Just be careful to make sure it's waterproofed. Yeah, neat setup. All right, so I'm going to have this off the camera. I'll be turning it. I have it set up on a box, kind of propped up out of the way of the radio. I don't want any interference from the radio in this antenna. So I'll have it over here. Set it up there. Okay, great. Let's turn the radio on. Start cruising the band. Okay, I'm going to turn this down. Okay, so I'm on 600. I'm going to go down and start at the bottom of the band. And we'll go straight up. Okay, there shouldn't be anything on 530. It's during the day. Of course, again, I'm Chicago, Illinois, USA. And the current time was 12:27 p.m. Nice. Okay, there's signal strength, signal noise ratio. Now we'll tune to our first station. We'll turn on the antenna. And now we're on the internal loop stick. So we're going to go to the external. So we're going to first hit this button here. That's taking us to our external antenna. Now there's also this external loop stick, which we hit it again. And you can see how that works there. Pretty simple. So we're going to go ahead and go external. There it is. Okay. Let's tune this in. Point the antenna.
You and I like them.
There we are.
Those are highly sought after for the nutritional value, and so they're working on changing the taste content of those products, so that way people are more likely to eat them and still also get the nutritional benefit. So there's also things like that would be done with CE as well.
Beth Alikidis joining us from the Biotechnology Innovation Organization with an example of how biotech can influence our food system. In the case of tastier kale,
I'm going to use this mute button here. This is WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 540. Nice.
Soybean growers have lots of choices when it comes at 3, right before Sean Thompson at 4, on AM 560. The Answer. Happiness of our...
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Biden offering parole to 500,000 illegal migrants who stayed over 10 years.
Here's 560, WIND, Chicago. The Answer.
But Indiana Republican Mike Braun tells Fox Business the back...
Live from NPR News in Boston, I'm Sharon Brody. The shooter who killed 5 people and injured 19 others at a night...
Okay, here is 580. This is WILL, Urbana, Illinois. This is 150 miles to the south-southeast. Nice, and that's how I have the loop stick pointed. It's coming in nice and clear. If you notice, this has no digititis or any kind of spurious tones happening. It's a nice and clean signal. This is what you want to use if you're really into medium wave. Let's go ahead and turn this back up, which is great.
The federal plea allows for Aldrich to avoid the death penalty. 3 people... The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy.
Nice. This is 590 WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 140 miles to the east.
The second you climb onto a John Deere and sit in the yellow seat, you'll notice that the difference between our 1025R and the competition is more than paint deep. It feels like it was designed with a better understanding of real-world performance needs and features you'll appreciate over the long-term ownership. At Bodensteiner Implement, we went head-to-head with the competition to prove it. Stop by your local Bodensteiner.
Okay, the 600. This is WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles to the west. Sounds fantastic. Now, if I disengage, I think you'll hear it on the internal. Let's try it.
Area, look no further. That marketing professional. Carriers, salespeople.
Okay.
Free from any type of pain, and after working a 12-hour shift, I go home and my feet do not hurt.
Whether you're a nurse,
Big difference there.
or anyone wanting to enjoy
I wonder if it's because it's connected. I'm going to check out a couple things. All right, let's keep going.
Great equipment in the grocery area as well as
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Navigated an uncertain history in the wake of pandemic. In fact, it actually put out a GoFundMe asking for donations to keep the business open late last year.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Signing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 12:34.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when...
Cool. So let's see if it is, because we're hooked up. Let's see. Now I should be able to, should go to static, and I should be able to tune it in with the external, this one here, this loop stick. I made sure to turn it on. Okay, let's see.
58. Thanks, Tom. Between the two of us, we've seen hundreds of failed roofs, along with the unfortunate consequences of water damage, poor workmanship, improper product usage, lack of ventilation, inferior flashing detail, and loss of control due to subcontractors are some of the most common reasons for roofs failing. At J&B, our objective is not just to sell the roof. We want to educate our clients. When J&B's experienced sales staff achieves that goal, our roof systems sell themselves.
For a complimentary roof evaluation, call Scott at
Yeah, this eliminates the noise. Beautiful.
0537 or visit J&B Construction.
I'm Terry McCready on your home for 24/7 News, Chicago's BIM 640. As the city is trying to recover from a weekend where there were more than 70 shootings, community anti-violence.
So here's 640. This is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois.
CEO Tenny Gross was one of the speakers.
Our call is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai 2024 Santa Fe, equipped for adventure. Capable features like available H-Track all-wheel drive and standard third-row seating. I'm going to boil down the discussion Lawrence and I were having earlier, Nick. I came up in basketball with a coach who loved to say anybody who can play.
Forgot to keep pausing. There's the mute button's really nice. This is 670 to score, WSCR Chicago. It overloaded a little bit, so I'd have to use the attenuation. If you run into that issue, just hit the attenuation button, and it should take away the overloading.
Good at because he's just
2 levels.
not as good, and that's where his lack of foot speed tends to show up. He's not as good because he's not trying hard enough and not caring.
Okay, only 1 level here.
Or is he partially not as good because he's fat?
Nice. Okay.
And I don't think he's...
Here's 700, WLW. This is 300 miles. This is pushing it. Let's see if we can pick it up. I got a hint of it. We're going to have to get some volume. Yeah, it's ever so slight. I can just make out something there. So, yeah, we're going to go up a little bit there level-wise. Okay. Let's keep going.
Well, it really is, but it's fun. It really is digging down and solving that puzzle for each person, which is the best.
WGN Chicago.
We throw up our hands. So Harvey is here. Maybe you've got a question.
Fine tune.
312-817-100 lowtechbills.com.
Sarah criticized the idea that the church's doctrine could be subject to change based on majority opinion, stating that to move outside the content of faith, both in belief and practice, is to move outside the faith.
A lot of stations to go through here. 750 is WNDZ, Portage, Indiana. I have to pick up the pace a little bit.
To a cacophony of voices.
There we go. WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east. Nice, we're picking that up.
And southbound from Hollywood to Lawrence. From the Metro Traffic Center, your next report's at 1248 News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Clouds and sunshine, windy, very hot and humid today.
780 News Radio WBBM Chicago.
For AccuWeather Real.
Left because there was mandatory church attendance. So,
okay.
I mean, his brother James and he were not on the best.
820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois. Left wing station.
Sir. So, good, bad, and the ugly. It's
can't hover on the music, but this is WNOV, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is coming in great. Using the twin coil with this radio. Sounds fantastic. This is really a good setup. This is battery operated, plus it can be powered by 9-volt input. They give you the transformer when you buy this. I don't know if they make this anymore, but you can pick up one used possibly. Definitely a worthy investment if you're a medium wave listener and love it. Yeah, this is great.
Represent the man himself. Reverend Alsher. Reverend Charles Williams.
Taking a shot at your dead brother's this happened. This happened. This is left-wing Axios I'm quoting.
Okay, this is WLS Chicago. Definitely right wing. Yeah.
When both of the adults in the home were
trading Adamas. I think that's the heartbeat of this team. That would be, you know what I'm saying? If you kept throwing, say you moved Ortiz from third to short, and you got yourself another third baseman who's really, really
920, the Big Badger, WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And be a major contributor to you.
Now, it's not using the same word, blessed, but it means the same thing. Because to be glad or to be happy, to be...
Here's 930 WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois, Relevant Radio.
Slightly different word for this last beatitude. For your...
Can't hover on the music, but they rock out here. 940 WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Coming in pretty good there today here with the twin coil. Rocking it. Nice.
The underlying Greek word is makarios, from which we would get the word blessed in English. And by the way, in modern Greek, you might actually meet somebody whose name is Makarios.
Here's 950 WNTD, Chicago, Relevant Radio, sister station to WKBM on 930.
He was of Greek ancestry, and that's what his name meant.
Area, Chris, that you get involved in.
Certainly, and John makes a great point. You know, here in Wisconsin, I'm a retired TNR forest ranger, so
that was part of my how I made my living. But John makes a good
970 is WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
In that, and wildland fires.
Division winners, 3 wild cards.
No, it wasn't 7?
3 and 3. Yeah, 3 division winners, 3 wild cards.
That's football that went to 7.
Yes. Yeah. So Boston's the last team out here?
Boston's on the way out.
WMVP, Chicago, ESPN, Sports Radio. It sounds great, man. This is fantastic.
Philly and Atlanta in the NL. Scary bats, right? Top of their order. How about Schwarber's month, by the way? You see what Kyle Schwarber's doing in June? He's killing it.
W Polskim Radiu 24 mówił Marcin Piasecki, publicysta Dziennika Rzeczpospolita. Panie redaktorze, bardzo panu dziękuję za rozmowę. Ja dziękuję.
Polskie Radio.
WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Rozmowa dnia. Radio 1030.
A king, a prince, a foreign state of any kind, whatever. Jared Kushner comes back with $2 billion from Saudi Arabia after being the Middle East point guy. And so that creates a huge constitutional...
1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Nice. It's north.
We need legislation to make sure that people are not...
Okay, that music there on 1060 WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 95 miles to the east.
But I don't think that they were particularly made a significant jump in record. Also, from the 2 seed all the way down to the 8, I mean, you're talking about teams that are within 4 games of one another, right? So there was a dominant force in Boston, and then the rest of the Eastern Conference.
1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
That's Batman in Boston. And
You wicked and slothful servant.
Hallelujah. Glory. Come on.
We do trust in something, though, you know.
Right.
There's not a man that don't trust in something. We just don't trust in God, who is the help of our counsel. Let nothing be done through strife.
Oh, this is Brother Stairs show. I recognize the guy talking. I think that's the guy who took over. Holy cow, that's first for me in the Chicago area. 1080 WNWI, Oaklawn, Illinois. So they must have sold the rights to them. That's interesting. Wow, they're reaching all the way to the Midwest here. Okay.
Hallelujah. So this is still exciting and new to me that Jesus is a very present help. See what I'm saying? And that he's a healer and that he's a deliverer.
From the congressional delegation here in Wisconsin. So today, a nice thing about Milwaukee.
1100. Huh.
Say that it was so feasible for any overseas official to talk about the state's largest city that way. Just shows you the state of our politics.
Nice.
And I thought our colleague.
I'm not sure. It said Wisconsin 1100, and I don't know if I have this logged. That's pretty cool because Twin Coil is definitely going to be pulling the stations I don't normally get. Yeah, I don't. Might be. Yeah, I heard him say Wisconsin. Wow. Let's see if I can look that up. That's pretty cool.
James for our Friday Christian World about it today. Perhaps.
Okay, 1110 is WXCS Chicago.
Mateo was under care of Vanderbilt Psychiatric Hospital, part of Vanderbilt University Medical Center, for 22 years.
Here's WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Old to 2020.
With desiring to be righteous and godly and holy and thinking about the pastor that I listened to and the seeds he sowed into my life.
1160 WYLL, Chicago, Illinois. Hope for Your Life, Christian Radio.
Listen, you're either sowing or you're receiving.
Rocking out on the squirrel, or the Q they call it. 1180 WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. I love it. It's great.
Y empieza a silbar del árbitro argentino Facundo Tello para presionarlo. Ya quieren escuchar el silbatazo final, pero esto me parece que le quedan después del 45. ¿Cuántos te gustan, Toño? ¿4 o 5?
Yo digo que 5 y empata Georgia.
Y empata Georgia. Bueno, una buena apuesta.
1200. This is WRTO Chicago.
lleva el 6, lo bajó el canal, pero esto me parece que le quedan, después del 45, ¿cuántos te gustan, Antonio? ¿4 o 5?
Yo digo que 5 y empata Georgia.
Y empata Georgia. Bueno.
Sister station 1220 is WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois, with the same programming as 1200.
Like you do, we do the TikTok stuff because it's fun. That being said, you need to know when enough is enough. Your kids are on social media for how long every day? That's crazy. Talk a bit about that. Plus the
1230 is WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin, an agro station.
You've not heard.
И достаточно высокого качества. Ну, а вопрос вам будет очень...
I gotta go quicker. WSBC, Chicago.
Для человеческого организма.
Programming the thermostat. Matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage...
It's actually coming in okay. WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away. It's always difficult to get on my radios, but with Twin Coil, it's pulling it in.
Ask the Peterson Agency in Argyle.
Got a hint of music there on Fonz FM, WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin. Good song, too, but I could barely make it out.
Play and Buckany. How did he hear about us section on the website? Coin.com. Terms apply. Go to coign.com/disclosure for full details.
Learn, laugh, and join us on the weekend on our Sunday Hang with Clay and Buck podcast. Find it on the iHeart app or wherever you get.
So 1310 is WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
WIBA.
But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only...
Okay, this commercial is annoying, but WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois, usually have some good music playing.
$18 a month, and...
There we go, 1380. That's WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. The ferrit's not even pointed in the right direction. That's cool. It's still coming in nice and strong. Great.
Or bad toilet paper or bad out of the cash register, which is not designed for that. For corporations, I encourage all the time, look at your net pay. When I was with a bunch of CEOs and I gave that straight, what do you mean, what's net pay? You get paid.
WGRB, Gospel Radio on 1390, Chicago.
A lot of business. And when you look at medical...
1400, playing some music there. WRGN, Racine, Wisconsin.
And they said, yeah, they...
WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
She's an actress, right? I'm like...
Okay, I don't know what's going on there. WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois, on 1430.
That's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, seats, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control...
1440s WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
It's proven to work better than a shot.
Todo Raúl sigue adelante con su carrera. No mantiene conflictos con sus hermanos y se mantiene enfocado en su música y en su vida personal. Raúl sigue viviendo con gratitud.
1450s coming in good. WRLL, The Real, Cicero, Illinois.
Actualmente son para... 290.
Okay, 1490s Iron Country. Yeah, it's awesome. WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. We got heavy metal WPJX, Zion, Illinois, coming in good.
In your case, you're going to
401k or IRA into gold without using your tax advantage status. Protect. Pay.
1540 WPTT, Hartford, Wisconsin. We're almost through.
89898.
Way to come. Do we want the national attention?
WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin. Yeah, 1570. Hopefully it had a pop-up there. I don't know what it is. I think it's a country station about 60 miles away. But yeah, here we are, 1580, Watertown, Wisconsin. Awesome. WTTN.
Direction right now. I hope.
Okay, we got music on 1590, WCGO, Evanston, Illinois. It's this faint signal, 1630. That's the mighty KCJJ. Don't have it written down, but it's 175 miles, I believe, to the west. Nice.
The last 3 copper coins gives it to the temple treasury, where in actuality, the temple officials should have been taking care of people like this.
1640 is WSJP, Cecilus, Wisconsin. This is a relevant radio.
Her house is literally devoured.
For the fourth lowest market deposition, he was the most targeted safety to not allow a touchdown all season long. There you go. So that's just a quick look at what's in that.
1670, this is the Zone, Aux-in, Madison, Wisconsin.
Those factors and how good he is.
In Magnificent and many of the businesses that Entry Light and I have either created together and or that we run together.
And our last station, WBON, Chicago. Okay, we're done. Awesome. That's the band scan with the wonderful... Turn it off here. The Raddy RF919. I love it. That sounds fantastic. Forget these ferrite antennas. Go with this one. External. Go external. Seriously, if you just hook up your Terk Advantage or your AN200 loop antenna to the back, you won't have any noise. Though you can also use those passive loops to tune your external loop stick or internal loop stick and take away the noise as well. But it zeroes it completely out when you're using that back jack. As you heard, there was no tones, no birdie tones, nothing. It was fantastic. I think the only interference was from the phone, but awesome. Loving it. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. If you like Raddy Radios, want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about the setup. Would you do something like this? Is this overkill? Is it just too much? It probably is, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.